Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we're gonna be doing a little bit of a conversation right now. Where is the PlayStation 6 just a little bit too early? And right now, a lot of fans are kind of calling out the skepticism and kind of thinking, yeah, it kind of might be. And I want to chime in my own thoughts too, because I've made so many videos on the PlayStation 5, future PlayStation 6 leaks already, and even at the same time too, even the Xbox next generation stuff. We made a video, I think like 2 days ago, discussing the future Xbox. So as we're going through this, I'm going to give a lot of my thoughts and kind of chime in some of the community thoughts as well. And I would love to hear all your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, do you guys think that as this point, like especially with the 2027 release date, for both the Xbox next gen, whatever it's going to be called, and the PlayStation 6, is it still just a little bit too early? Now, we'll probably make a few more videos on this before the PS6 even comes out, because I'll be curious on what's going to change, if AI is going to be a major bump, and cool features, games, whatever it might be. And especially we have to see on how many more brand new AAA games even come out too. So right now we just had Ghost of Yotai, and there is a few games on the upcoming horizon, but nothing super major. Like nothing super like the biggest game known to man, gonna probably sell at least over 10 million copies, and that's where things get a little bit weird. So let's go try to figure it out now. And as well, if any of you guys are brand new, please subscribe if you guys enjoy the content. We have a brand new giveaway going on for PS5 Pro, Switch 2, or just cash itself, so check that out. And of course, go subscribe to our second channel. It's been kind of popping off. We're doing a bunch of random like streamer news, gaming news, and all that as well. So let's go and dive on in. So this kind of all stems from this article, saying the leak says that the PlayStation 6 production will start in 2027. But is it too soon for you? Also, I just washed my face, so don't mind me if I'm a little shiny. Early builds could help avoid the PS5 era shortages if launch lands of late to 2027. Now, we saw the Switch 2 actually not have that many big issues with their restocks. There was a few weeks, maybe like 2 or 3 months, but right now, if you literally want to go and walk into the store for a Switch 2, you easily can. And I think that was more of a chip production issue, that they had enough stock initially, but the demand went up way higher than expected, and of course, as well, like, you know, COVID, like launching and shipping was a big issue. Like sometimes it was like a month or so before even restocks even happen, and that was more of the issue. But they should definitely have a big stockpile, because we know the PlayStation 6, no matter what, will still sell like hotcakes. But right now, a lot of people are discussing, is it just too early? So a fresh leak says that Sony will be confirming and building the PlayStation 6 in early 2027, and target a late year launch. So, you know, at the end of the year, they want to make them all early 2027, stockpile them all, and then after that, going like maybe, you know, September-ish or so, give or take. And I feel like this is almost soon. I mean, yeah, technically it's still 2 years away, but I feel like for me, it does feel too soon. I still feel like the PS5 is new, although it's getting to be 5 years, and that's kind of when I kind of started this YouTube account. So that's like weird. I feel like a boomer. This feels off, you know, like it feels different. So that alone makes me feel like I don't want to get it. An earlier RAM could help Sony avoid the PS5 shortages issues too as well. I hope we never have to do the restock era again. I made like 5,000 YouTube videos. I'm not joking. I had a chance to meet a lot of you guys from it, and I appreciate y'all still somewhat for watching, but good Lord have mercy. That was a lot. Let's hope they just end up on the shelves really quick. But that's a big thing to note too, is that we'll probably still have people on the PS5 and PS5 Pro. The PS4 is still getting games. Still. 5 years into this life cycle. So I don't think it's going to be the biggest deal. Like, I think we will definitely still see games on the PS5 for probably multiple years into the next console generation. Especially now, because the baseline for the PS5 is huge. Like, it is better than the PS4. And at this point, I think it's like a set standard. Like, you don't always gonna have 4K, 1080p for games, fine. And I think that's going to be the norm. I think the Xbox Series X will be running for a while. I think the Xbox Series S, maybe not as long, but it'll still be running for a while. I think the PS5 Pro will be probably good for almost, this might be a ballsy statement, but almost the entirety of their next console generation. Like, I think the PS5 Pro will probably be kicking until the PS7. Not like probably making games at that point, but if the AI in PSSR works well, I can see it. And that's kind of intriguing because it matches the usual Sony's rhythm. You know, it gives players, developers, and retailers more of a good time to check and like kind of focus on things. The PS4 arrived in 2013, the PS5 in 2020, so it makes sense, you know, 6, 7, 8 years depends, so probably 7 years on that. And the 7-year handoff that a 2027 release for the PS6 could repeat. If that canon stays the same, late cycle PS5 and PS5 Pro planning tightens from game timing to accessory buys. So I don't know, people are curious, because that also is weird with the PS5 Pro. Because Pro launched still technically like a year ago or so, and it has the same library, but we haven't really been impressed with it yet. Like, I do like the PSSR, I do like their AI technology, there is improvements, but like in ray tracing's cool, but it's nothing really that big of a deal. So people are trying to feel like, what do we need to make the PS6 seem better? And people are saying, better ray tracing. I would agree. Make it more closer to a PC and have a good standardization and make it always run well. Ray tracing, AI, use the PSSR and the AMD's Amethyst that they're working on and co-developing to make it really good. And they have all this AI material to be machine learned until then. That these next 2 or 3 years, I'm sure AI is going to change the gaming sphere even more. 5 years, insanely more. 10 years, we'll probably be using AI for every game. As scary as it is to say, but if it can save at least on the baseboard time of like building a map, helping with storylines. Not that I really want that, but it's probably going to happen. It's already being replaced everywhere. So bigger lifts under the hood, stronger CPU cores, and wider memory bandwidth, but we already have like things like the SSDs. We made a video yesterday discussing how the PS5 was pretty much the peak. Like you can still get better frames, you can still get better graphics, push 8K, have the overall just have like 300 FPS, have better AI physics overall, VR. Like there's cool stuff, augmented reality. Like there's things we could always improve. But people even on here on the articles and stuff are kind of confirming what I thought. We're in like a mega generation. You know, that these things are just always going to be overlapping. And I agree. We already saw it in this current console generation. We see it with the Switch and Switch 2 right now. We see it with Xbox. We see it with PC all the time. And I think that's where we should go. Because PC, you have options. It's just lowering the graphics, lowering these settings. And we have those already on the PS5, PS5 Pro. Like you can choose. Do you want to have a lot of frames and a little bit less fidelity? Do you want the game to look way nicer? Do you want 8K 30? Do you want like 1080? 108,000 frames. And I think that's really what we should go. Like give people different price choices, say the Xbox Series X and S, and also give people options on how they want to run their games. Because obviously now that's more of a mainstream thing. But I do think that there's always going to be these like crossovers now too as well. And I kind of agree. It's like kind of how I just explained that. I just kind of treat them like computers and stuff. A lot of people are also thinking it might be too expensive. Look at the Xbox Series X. This is a 5-year-old console at $800 for the top tier version. PS5 Pros are around the same. So what's the next console going to be? $800 as a base? With inflation, they may be able to go push it. Because if we're selling that for normal baseline consoles now, or the Xbox handheld, that is $1,000. So at the end of the day, that's like the standard pricing. We're seeing it already. So let alone what's going to happen in the world in 2 or 3 years from now. And we also know they cost a lot of money. Other people are kind of saying too, kind of how they send the articles, 7 to 8 years seems pretty normal. I'd complete on that one. And I do want to see an actual improvement though. Like the PS4 to PS5, there was some cool stuff. The SSD especially was a game changer. Those faster loading times were great. But that's what I'm expecting for the PS6 at a bare minimum. I want something to blow me away. Haptic feedback, very cool. SSDs, extremely nice, needed, especially with me having used to that on the PC side. But I need to have something bigger, like more AI, cool, but I could get a PS5 Pro or just use ray tracing and all these different specs on my PC that already is good. My current PC is probably better than the PS6. I'm just being honest. The PS6 will be more optimized though, but still, and I'm probably gonna upgrade my PC at some point because I've always been churning out videos nonstop and streaming on Twitch, which has been, I don't know, I kind of want to almost try to do the full-time thing just for fun. You know, so I don't know if you guys like it. But at the same, yeah, they're like, yeah, we'll get native 4K again. Give me native 8K still, but even 8K is not even that much of a normal thing. And they want to have 8K on, how they even mentioned, on the PS5 box. So it's crazy. So I'm guessing like, I don't know. I'm going to maybe guess 2027. It's going to depend on Xbox, funny enough. I think if Xbox releases on and wants to release in 2027, we're seeing rumors for that console, they're probably going to want to release it as well, which is always funny because I remember when the consoles launched within like 2 or 3 days, I'm sure Xbox is like, why do you always keep doing this? It's like when you have like the rich neighbor and you go and buy a snowman and then they go buy a 40-foot snowman right next to you just to go and make you feel bad. So I do feel a bit bad for Xbox at the end of the day. But like, as people are like, you know, if I could afford it, I'm in. If I can't, I'm out. I don't mind buying consoles. So I'll probably buy the PS6 on launch day. And I think $1,000 is too much. That's kind of what I'm saying throughout this video. For ray tracing, AI, not that. A slightly better GPU, CPU, I'm not interested. If they can keep it around a cheaper price point, factoring inflation and like new games and actual features that matter, you know what? Sure. I'm down, sure, too as well. And I mean, still, like, people are like, hey, if I get my PS5 and I still can last another 2 years, which mine's still been kicking perfectly, I love my PS5, then they're like, sure, we can run that on out. Or as well, you can even use things like they're saying the PS6 to run some certain PS5 games even better, like how people are utilizing the PS5 Pro. So there are options, there are good things with it, and I would be intrigued on it too, but it's very still far away. It's far away. People even think that as well. So it's kind of like an interesting thing because the world may change a lot in 2 years. Or there might be delays, or it might be some crazy boom in PSSR, AMD, AI integration. Because I'll keep that one in because if anyone makes an attempt at the video, they probably don't hate me that much. AMD has also been trying to go make these AI chips, hard to say, and using data centers. So they're going to have massive amounts of data center facilities and AI hosting and maybe even neo clouds, which will probably improve the PlayStation console immensely. So I'm not sure. Like, I don't want to really spend a bunch of money just for AI and maybe slightly better GPU when I can just upgrade my PC. But at the same time, exclusives, if they can impress us and utilize the AI and make the games run perfectly, I might be sold. So is it just too early still for us to even be thinking about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you guys are new, check out the giveaway, and of course, if you guys want to check out the second channel or the Twitch, would love to have you guys there. All right, peace out, guys. I love you guys.